get everything situated. Alright. So deck list should be updated on Stream Decker now. So let's go exclamation deck list, and there you go. Alright, so for YouTube intro. Today, Jun Shadow, the Shadow variant of choice for a lot of people at the moment. In the last 21 matches, we are 18-3 with it. That's 7-1 within the Mana Traders. I just like scooped my last 2 matches. 6-1 in the Swiss of the challenge, and then 0-1 in top 8, and then a 5-0 trophy on Thursday, Friday, something like that. All with lists within 5 cards of this. Some of the choices we've been kind of mulling around with were the Lavamancer, Abrupt Decay, K Command, Blood Chief's Thirst, stuff like that. But I figured we'd run through some matches with this today, see how everybody thought. Some of the recent updates: an Abrupt Decay and a K Command in the main. The Abrupt Decay mostly for like Prowess. The K Command with a lot of the removal running around, the bolts and lava darts and stuff. Let us get back a little value from aggressively playing out a creature, get it back later if it dies. In the board, Tin the Pest has been really good. K Command has been Blood Chief's Thirst, just another good Prowess answer. Veil of Summer for the mid-range matchups with K Command. Kozilek's Return for the Auriok Champion decks. Assassin's Trophy, Damping Sphere for like Tron or Troublesome Permanents. And Luris is our companion. So let's go ahead and jump into our first match. See, Freed also had 2 4-1s with it. Nice. Nice. I feel like the deck's been performing pretty solid. Has Shadow seemed harder to turn on without Dismember? I mean, yeah, you have to make a decision quicker into any given match as to whether or not this is like a Shadow matchup. Is this a bolt yourself matchup? Is this a bolt your opponent matchup? And yeah. Pedro, we went to party after top 8. No, I had a friend's birthday on Friday and went out to dinner with a bunch of people, and I think that's when I caught it. I say a bunch of people, it was like 10. But I started feeling bad like Sunday night. Alright, so let's update our window sizing. I appreciate it. I'm sure we will live, right? Alright, so Luris opponent, it could mean a Prowess deck. It could mean like Sultai Control. It could mean a Shadow Mirror. Is he still on Hammertime? No idea. No idea. I do not know opponent's name off the top of my head, so if he is still on Hammertime, which it looks like is the case, then pretty brave individual. On the bright side, this K command is going to be pretty solid if he is. Alright, so Bubble's not bad here. Ornithopters for days. Sure. Alright. So if we find like a fetch land or a shock land in this case, we can get Shadow down this turn. How high of a priority for me is that? I guess it's fine. Alright, so Inquisition's pretty good here. I can Inquisition, play Shadow, and hold up Seal. Let's see what our opponent's working with. Pure Steel, Paradise Mantle. We'll take a Pure Steel Paladin. Sego. Would you recommend the last Grixis list that you trophied with? So somebody just asked about it recently, and I kind of like it. There's still a lot of room to test around, but I think that I like the Luris base with like Scourges, Shadow, Snapcaster, maybe not Lavamancer. But I think I'm going to have to approach it kind of like I'm approaching Jund at the moment and have a little bit of a mindset shift when it comes to the deck. Okay. I'm actually much happier with this than them playing Hammer. Or not playing Hammer. Adding Luris to hand. God. We're going to have one of these days. Alright, how close are we to killing our opponent? Like, we're just taking this, right? Especially because if we draw something like a fetch land, we might just kill them. Alright, so we cannot present lethal. Let's crack in with our Shadow. We're kind of happy with anything they block with. Yep. Really here, I just want to get them to tap this silent clearing so that I'm presenting lethal with this Shadow. I feel like 4 Scourge is too many for Shadow decks, too few ways to consistently get it out. I prefer 2. It's definitely a matter of personal preference. Like, with Jund recently, I've been liking 4, but I've been much more aggressive about saying, like, all right, I'm in the blind, game 1. I've got a bolt and a Scourge. I'm going to bolt you. Straight up. Alright, so are we just sealing the Ornithopter? What's their play here? Like add Luris. They can instant speed re-equip with cranial plating. That's fine. So, yeah. We'll make them spend the money. Or mana. It's gonna be a long day, right? Another Stoneforge, sure. So their last card in hand is cranial plating and then Swiftfoot boots here. Yeah, so they are pretty dead. Let's go 2 damage to Stoneforge. Or no, we need to do 2 to ourselves. 2 to ourselves, destroy whatever. Or we could make them discard the cranial plating. Let's just destroy the Swiftfoot boots and 2 to us. We untap. Sure, we can Thoughtseize for the heck of it. Present a very, very large shadow. Alright. So we've got K Command is good here. Assassin's Trophies are good. Blood Chief's Thirst is good. Kozilek's Return is pretty much a necessity because of Auriok Champion. And some of our board outs. Next Drinker's a little slow. Battle Rage gets a little bit awkward because of Path to Exile, but I don't want to board out all of them. Trim. Okay, trimming Hand Disruption. I don't want to cut it all. I'll trim some Scourges because they're not dealing much damage to themselves. Be right back. Dinner sounds good. Dinner also sounds good. Alright. Deck's terrible. Easy ship there. Yeah, I guess we gotta keep this. Ditch a Scourge. What's up with the Blood Chief's Thirst? Prowess. Prowess, 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 prowess. I do want to draw a second Bloodstained Mire, so I'll keep that. Can you say how you feel about the pests? Last time I caught a stream, it was still in evaluation phase. I think it's been really good. Like, when I last took a look at it, it was mostly, I couldn't say for sure if the matches I won with it were because I had it, or if I just won those matches, like, if I was going to win those matches anyway. if like Veil of Summer would have done the same thing. And I didn't have an answer for that for a while. And then I had a couple games where I wouldn't have won if it wasn't 10 the Pests. And that kind of changed the opinion. I think you'd prefer Terminate. I think for me, it was like the ability to interact unconditionally on turn 1. Because if you have Terminate and you're on the draw and your opponent plays like a Lumimancer, you have to have a turn 1 removal spell. And sometimes Bolt isn't good enough. So, like, I agree that I like Terminate better against most things out there. But in this instance, I kind of liked Blood Chief's Thirst a little bit more. Alright, so am I just bolting Stoneforge? Or bolting the Flyer? I'll just bolt the Flyer in case he finds, what's it called? I'm going to say I don't care about Swiftfoot Boots here. I'm going to save this Inquisition for Luris. Full mana removal is very important against Prowess. Later you can still play it for 4 to kill other things. Right, like most of the times if I'm losing to Prowess, it's something like going for a Lightning Bolt turn 1 and they've got a mutagenic growth. And things just kind of go downhill from there. Alright, so their hand is Cranial Plating. I guess we'll just go ahead and take that. Sorcery in the yard for Goyf. This doesn't plus. They can't play that, so yeah, crack in. Like, obviously, if they top deck a Pure Steel Paladin here, I'm dead. But trying to give them as few draws as possible. And if they add Luris to their hand, I just get to deal with that. Like, yeah, I died a top deck Paladin, but otherwise I'm just not doing anything. And I feel like giving them a 1 out or 3 out draw is better for me here. Aggressive. All right, so if they cranial plating this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's fine. I'm just gonna hit with a Goyf, play a Shadow here, and put them dead to Battle Rage next turn. Now I've got 2 threats that are both lethal with Battle Rage. Yep. Wrap it up. This is absolutely fine. Something, something, hit me with your best shot. Fire away. You know what? You actually didn't do enough to me. I would like to be more dead than I am. I think this should be aggressively signaling that you are not alive anymore. TBR sort of clutch both games, huh? I mean, pretty solid there, right? That's like part of the reason that TBR is in a class of its own when you compare it to like Rancor and a lot of the other kind of evasive effects. So 1-0, nice little win over Hammertime that we haven't seen in a while. I'm guessing Hammertime kind of died down because of Prowess being so popular. Ah. I think I'm gonna ship this. Like, obviously, if the Colgan's command was the second land, it'd be a snap keep, but not being able to guarantee anything there is rough. It's bottom of shadow. Conan is mulligan to 5. Are you saying the last hand wasn't nice? I mean, I don't think it was. So, playing out the Hex Drinker first there. Or playing out the Hex Drinker off the Peat land because I want to take some extra damage off this Peat land as the game goes on. Probably bolt this now. All right. Fatal push. Yep. All right. So we could be up against Jund. We could be up against Rakdos. Looks like Jund to me, so probably Ren. Yep. So I think we're just going to Thoughtseize, bolt the Ren here. We could do that. We know one of their 3 cards is Bolt. So out of their remaining 3 cards, if they've got land Liliana unknown. And playing out the bolt is like pretty bad for us. So I guess Thoughtseize is just the safe play. Yep. And take out Ren. So Bolt Stomping Ground. Couldn't have played the Liliana if they had it. Now can we can we talk about Thicky McThickums over here? Let's see. Bench. Last time I played Jund, I played Football Crater. So good because all your threats are fatties that have haste. I mean, I could say it being okay. I guess to me, I would be pretty prone to like cycling it very aggressively early. And then late game, I would assume I'd have other things I'd want to get back with Loris. Like maybe I'm just misevaluating the role of the card. Need that Tarfire. I was thinking about playing on stream one day this week a like an old school Jund Traverse list with Tarfires. Just seeing what happened. You put trust in it, cast it early, and all threats is 3 mana haste. That's fair. Maybe we'll give it a shot. Give it a shot as soon as opponent gives us an opportunity to play something here. I found out why they weren't letting us play anything. They have lost connection to the game. So while we wait, we hydrate. Which I probably need to go get some more water. Oh, opponent's back in. Well, all opponents syncing out their move. I'm going to go grab some water. I'll be right back. Yeah. I see opponent still does not want us to proceed. Let's see. Oh, so we drew a Bloodstained Mire. We're fine with that. So we're just going to jam a Tarmogoyf down. And then if we can get a hit in with this Tarmogoyf, then between it and the Scourge, we should be able to close out this game pretty quickly. Great content, opponent. But we can't be mad at our opponent. Like, it's not their fault that their connection dropped. Bolt me in the face. Hold. Top deck the Lily. Okay. Land. So they've got a Scourge coming off the top. Interesting. So that means I'm going to play the Shadow down here because I can outgrow the Scourge. Then bobbled on my turn to draw on their turn so I can decide what I wanted to discard with the Liliana. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be the Inquisition. Dork Throne, I appreciate it. Boomer John with Scourge. It's been showing up a little bit recently. I'm not too terribly surprised. Alright, so let's start by attacking at the Liliana. I want them to think that I need to kill the Liliana. Fair. Bloodstained Mire is fine. But I wanted them to think that I needed to kill the Liliana to protect my Shadow so that maybe they would block there and I could just play the Scourge anyway. But letting it go accomplishes the same goal. Now it's just kind of a race to a removal spell. Alright, so that can make them discard on their upkeep. So how do I want to sequence this? I can just sit back for a turn and not attack. I can attack. I guess attacking with both is free here. Because if they don't block, they just die. And they have to at least trade, so yeah. Or, hold up. Because if I attack with both and they block Scourge and the Shadow hits them, then their Scourge outgrows my Scourge. Or it doesn't outgrow, but it damage isn't lethal. So they don't die, so I can't attack with both. So I need to either just attack with Shadow or not attack with anything. And if I attack with just Shadow, I'm dead to Fatal Push, Terminate, but I survive anything sorcery speed. Oh, my... I think I'm going to give him one draw step to kill me. I'm going to attack with Shadow. and then K command on his draw step to make him discard and get back Tarmogoyf. Or I guess just get back Scourge is fine. Like, he can fetch and shock here to try to trade, but I've got the Peat land, so I can always come out ahead. But getting back Scourge means that I play a little bit worse against Maelstrom Pulse. Getting back Tarmogoyf means I have to tap Peat land twice, so I go down to 3. That plays into Lightning Bolt, so we're just going to go with get back Scourge. They're more likely to have a Lightning Bolt than a Maelstrom Pulse. All right. They got Seasoned Pyromancer tokens, that's right. %, forgot those things existed. Alright, I don't think it changes anything. So let's make sure we got a stop on their draw step. Roll. Turn Scourge. You discard. We did not draw a Fatal Push. That's good. So they're offering up the Scourge trade. Talk Titan to me? Yes. Yes, found out today. So if I sound all like congested and nasally, that is why. Hope you have a speedy recovery. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it. Should not block, win with Bloodbraid Elf Bolt. Yeah, but he would, like, lose with almost anything else, right? For a lot of other top decks. Alright. Pick up game 1. We got some pretty good tools going into game 2 as well. Board out some Hand Disruption. Board out Battle Rages. Board out Seal and Lavamancer. And let's go. Jad, you vax. I got my first dose, and I'm supposed to be getting my second dose tomorrow. And I've got to find out if I can get it with a positive test. I don't know that. How's Crooks in the current meta? It's okay. Definitely not great. Not horrible, but every now and then I'll run into a string of like Shadow Mirrors or Boomer Jund or something, and it's great. Pious, thank you so much. Appreciate the kind words. And yeah, pretty good game 2 hand. Got some Thoughtseize protection, Liliana protection, Kroxa doing Kroxa things. Let's see what we can find from here. We don't have our music playing, do we? Sure, that's much better to listen to than my nasally sounding voice today. On. All right. Keeping. Go ahead. Opponent came well prepared for our Kroxa shenanigans.
So we're going to give him one right here.
Haven't taken any of these sinus and flu pills today, so excuse me while I do drugs on camera. Get like banned from Twitch for this. They're literally Tylenol, severe cold and flu. Please don't ban me. Oh, dude's popping pills and not sharing. Pills are expensive. What was that whole thing? That old skit, like, somebody offers you drugs, you say thank you because drugs are expensive. This is why we have to mark the stream for mature audiences only. Second Nihil Spellbomb. There's no way he kept a one lander, right? A no lander or one lander not crack spell bomb. Even when you draw into the second one, he had to just accidentally skip through his turn. Had to have.
I think everybody needs a friend. So we're going to give him one right here.
I mean, I'm not seeing the little chat window light up, so he skipped through his turn. I can like 99% guarantee it. So Kroxa would have been dead. But we did have Shadow plus Veil. So maybe we could get out of it. gotta figure out how far I have to, like, duck down to blow my nose without, like, grossing out chat. So, like, safe. So there. That's my point of reference. Got there. All right. I don't even want to call that 2-0. I want to call that like 1.5-0. Oh, we have beaten Hammertime, beaten Jund. Man, I can feel my ears popping. That's like the worst feeling in the world. What do we got for round 3? Hopefully something cool and exciting. The Lidio, the Bravo 15-7 SL. Fair enough. Hand's like nothing special, but I don't think it's bad enough to throw back. His last words. Alright, so I could go basic swamp into basic forest. So I'll plan on that. That's like least amount of damage over the first turn or two. I think Eidolon means Burn's a pretty safe bet. Or just draw the forest, okay. We do have basic mountain, so if we need to like only take one decay command, we can. Alright, so we'll crash in first. If he chooses to block, I'd probably rather like get down Lavamancer. I have no idea where Shadow. They really don't, especially after 3 basic lands. Like, I don't think that gives it away very well. That being said, they didn't play a land last turn. So unless their hand is just like clogged up with 2 drops, we're probably dead. We don't really have enough time to do anything like add Luris to hand. So the least we can do is make them believe that we are not on any sort of shadow deck. Well, they can't tap the Sunbaked Canyon, which is pretty funny. Bolt. Nope. That's a good one, though. So we take the skewer, right? Searing Blaze doesn't do anything if they don't hit a land. So yeah. Well, the problem is if they top deck like any 1-mana burn spell, then that plus Skewer kills us. So if we take Skewer, they have to top deck a land to get deals 3 off Searing Blaze. They can't Searing Blaze plus crack Sunbaked Canyon. Make them need land and spell, not just spell right. House of Mana, COVID stream, did you catch it? Yes. Yes. Somehow managed to dodge it for this long, and then it got me in the fourth quarter. So they've got land in their yard, so land is fine. Alright. Pick up game 1 against Burn without them knowing that we're on Shadow is pretty funny. I appreciate it. Need all the good vibes I can get. True, I'm dumb. No. Whenever I start laughing, I start coughing hard. So anytime chat makes me laugh, I just have to like immediately turn off the sound. Who else plays Goyf and Lava Man? I mean, plenty of like older Jund lists have played Goyf and Lava Man, right? Like, I don't think that's enough to just assume Jund Shadow. Because they also saw 3 basic lands out of us. Alright, so I'm going to bobble myself in case I saw something to indicate which land I wanted to lead on. Like if I saw a Fatal Push, then I knew I'd be leading on Peat Land. If I saw a Lightning Bolt, I knew I'd be leading on Mountain. Anybody else have problems logging into MTGO? I see several streams when I try to log in. It says MTGO is offline for scheduled maintenance or due to other reasons. Usually Wednesday is maintenance day. And if it hadn't been live for you yet, I would just wait a little bit and it should come back live. Alright. Options. Number 1, play Scourge of the Skyclaves. It would just get... But we'd have to play it like off of the Blood Crypt. Or no, we could play it off the Mountain as a 4/4. They'd have to use multiple burn spells on it. Option number 2. Kill the Eidolon. Option number 3, Tarmogoyf. I kind of like Scourge here, honestly. Like Mountain Scourge. So the idea is if they go to like bolt the Scourge, they take 2 off of their Eidolon trigger. And it grows the Scourge. Yeah. Yeah, they need 2 bolt to kill it, and I'm okay if they waste 2 bolts on my Scourge. I guess is what I'm saying here. Like, they should just attack first. And if they do that, I'm just going to trade off my Scourge. I've got follow-ups. So the old no attack with the Swift Spear, eh? Let's go Shock. Play Shadow. Say go. You're right, he did attack, or he did cast it post-combat, didn't he? Playing Shadow with Rift Bolt on suspend. Yeah, I'd rather hold up this double bolt right now. I can bolt myself. I don't have to. I can just like make him use a burn spell on my Shadow and be okay with that trade-off. So, like, I'll just let him get that. I really hope he's got like 2 mana burn spell, Path to Exile. That would be like ideal here. Charm me. Burn has got an uncanny ability to top deck canopy lands. Pretty impressive. Alright, just break for like 5 turns. Draw Goblin Guides. For less than 5 turns now. I'm already dead to any burn spell off the top. So let's do this. Attack in. Hold up, bolt. If he plays Eidolon, I bolt face in response, and then he has to chump. Slow rolling me here. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Try me. Try me. Alright. 3-0. Match number 4. I missed a follow. Grandmaster Fleisch. Is that it? Correct me if I'm wrong on the pronunciation. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Wherever you're at in the world. Appreciate you stopping around, hanging out. Who's the burn deck now? Nice bolts opponent. Don't mind if I do. What are you talking about with this small text? What text is so small? Oh, follow notification? Let me see. Alert box. Maybe the alert box got shrunk somehow. I don't think it should have. If somebody wants to unfollow and refollow to test it out, I wouldn't complain. But if you unfollow and leave permanently, I'll be a little bit sad. Yeah, it was a follow, but... Ugh. It's pretty atrocious. This hand's also pretty not great. What is with these hands? I think Inquisition Lavamancer. Or no. Second Blood Crypt. Inquisition. And we can make a decision on this Lavamancer or Inquisition based off what we see off their library. It's like, I need a land. I can't adjust my draw. So... there's not a whole lot of reason for me to look at my library. But I can get an idea of what they are on. Alright, it's not the worst. Okay. So we could go. I think Lava Man here. I think they're likely to throw around some lightning bolts if I play Lavamancer. Because there's just like no upside to playing Sprite Dragon and Swing here. But if I play like Shadow or Goyf, they could spend the turn getting down Sprite Dragon. And I don't really want to deal with that just yet. Because if they kill Lavamancer, then I get to follow up with Tarmogoyf or Shadow or something. Yes, yes, feel the hate. Feel it coursing through your veins. I can get basic forest, so I'll just go to my turn. What do we got? Oh. Well, I hope everybody's having an awesome Wednesday so far. Appreciate y'all coming around and hanging out, checking out this little sickly stream. Alright, so we do need to find an answer to this sprite dragon, like, pretty quickly. Or is this a Stormwing? Yep. Described top with the Stormwing, which could very easily mean like Manamorphose into something else. So it's not the worst set of draws, but it's not great either. I pretty much like have to bank that this next card doesn't kill me. Which there's not a whole lot of cards that don't here. Like Lava Dart kills me, Lightning Bolt, Manamorphose into basically any spell kills me. Best case would be like Manamorphose into second Stormwing entity or Sprite Dragon. Alright. Something that would give me one draw step to find a Battle Rage. Alright. They're bringing in trophies because they hit Stormwing. Blood Chief's Thirst is an extra piece of 1-mana interaction. Then bring in a Croxa. It's got decent utility. Alright, so I can fetch Shock Fatal Push if I need to. If not, I can just use this Bauble to Scry. I think I'll take a Scourge. It's just like another decent proactive threat, and if I get an attack in with a Tarmogoyf, then it will outsize a lot of stuff on their side. This could be Morphos Sprite Drag or Morphos Stormwing. It's kind of what it looks like. Stern Dismissal. Turn target creature or enchantment an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Alright then. Am I replaying Tarmogoyf or am I playing out of Shadow? I just replay Tarmogoyf. I don't want to double Shadow and just like have them both die to lava darts. So if this connects, we'll play down Scourge. Yep. All right. They got a Vapor Snag. They got a Vapor... Or not a Vapor Snag, a Spell Pierce. That Bloodstained Mire is actually really nice because now I can hold up a kicked Blood Chief's Thirst if they do find a Stormwing entity. But it looks like they just kept like a really reactive hand. You've seen Stern Dismissal, Vapor Snag. They bolted face when they didn't really like need to. I'm just like not gonna go down to 9 life while they've got 3 cards in hand and 3 red sources. Lightning Bolt my Tarmogoyf.
Our struggle as artists isn't about appeasing the crowd.
Well, we're 1 for 1 on Lightning Bolt guesses so far.
Rather, it's about
Alright.
tending to the broken parts inside of ourselves.
So kind of the purpose there was leading on Blood Chief's Thirst so I could respond to a Lightning Bolt with Fatal Push.
Perception.
And then if I kill the Soul Scar before like the bolt resolves, it doesn't get the -1/-1 counters, and I want to force them to have to use multiple burn spells on the Tarmogoyf or the Scourge to not die there.
This all comes from
I think a single 10 the Pest would be better than K Command on the draw.
be like water.
Lavamancer is a lot worse on the draw. Maybe Veil of Summer's okay once I've seen both Vapor Snag and Stern Dismissal. But still pretty meh. We'll just keep the Lava Man. Oh, there is the Lava Man. Let's roll with it. Yep. Think I'm just gonna go ahead and push this now. Want to save lightning bolt because it can hit a stormwing entity. Apparently that's the international signal of 5 mana blue bird that evades everything. I don't know how y'all didn't know that. Alright. Let's go. Altsies. An idea of what we're up against. They do have the Stormwing. Is that the scariest card at the moment? So, what if I take an iteration, play out Lavamancer? If they draw a bolt, that's pretty bad for me. Next option is take Stormwing, play out Lavamancer. If there's Stormwing, you take it. I mean, to an extent, but I also feel like I might be able to beat the Stormwing with this hand. And so if I can take their ability to refill and continue going after the Stormwing, or after the after the Stormwing, then maybe I've got a good chance. But probably just right. I guess the unknown variable here is I know I can beat the Swift Spear with my current hand. And I think I can beat the Stormwing, but there's no guarantee. Alright, so they drew Manamorphose for turn. Exile to Stern Dismissal, sure. So I could go basic swamp, go to 9. Shadow, Lavamancer. Hold up Fatal Push. They've got Iteration, card they got off Iteration, draw off Manamorphose, draw for turn. Yep. All right. This, at the moment, we can beat. I should have played Scourge pre-combat. Get that extra point of damage in. Should have played the Scourge pre-combat. Alright. I just bolting this now. No. Why is this named First COVID Stream? Because positive test result came in today. Duration is fine. Like, regardless of how big this Swift Spear gets, we're throwing Scourge in front of it. So. Yeah, probably should have bolted it because of Stern Dismissal and Vapor Snag being in their deck. Walk this quickly before he changes his mind. The Scourge, sure. So this is 5-6. So yeah, we're still winning this currently. I can always just bolt him. So no more lava darts. Scourge is 6 marked on it, so bolt you in the face. Alright. Well, somehow managed to scrounge together that win, get us up to 4-0. So let's see if we can do it one more time. We got a pretty good crowd today. Hope everybody's having an awesome Wednesday so far. Appreciate y'all stopping around and checking out some shadow action. For anybody who's here to the first time, or here for the first time, or hasn't checked out the stream today, my name is Michael. Play a ton of Modern, especially a lot of Death Shadow. Yeah, that's about it. That's my pitch. What if I bolt myself? Do you think he'll concede? Probably. Probably. That's just like, yeah, I know I'm dead. When your shadow opponent's like, oh, what am I at? 7 against the bolt deck? Yeah, bolt myself. Hand's like pretty not great. I have to see the second land or it just doesn't function. This is a little bit better. So the reason this is better is it's not so reliant on the second land to operate. The downside is my land situation. All right, what are we up against? Another Prowess. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna Thoughtseize. Rumbar, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday so far. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Now, if we find our second land, we might be able to do something here. And this Hex Drinker's not doing anything anyway, so might as well crack in with it. Yep. How we scrying? One on the bottom. Fire we know about. All right. Second land, now would be a good time. Step 1 complete. All right. If they got a bolt, I'm dead. Not a whole lot I can do about that. But I'm just going to go ahead and kill this Soul Scar and see what happens. I'm dead to basically everything under the sun. So, yeah. So, Thirst, Croxa, Pin the Pests, Trophies, take out K-Command, take out a Battle Rage, take out Hex Drinkers. So you've cut Bob from the 75. For this list I did. I was playing in the Mana Traders event yesterday, and I expected a whole bunch of like Prowess decks and Lava Darts, and then like Ren and Sixes out of the Bring to Light decks. And so I decided not to play Bob for that event. Kind of an expected meta call. And ended up seeing Prowess, saw a whole bunch of Lightning Bolt decks, so call kind of paid off. Bob is Mike flexing. I mean, Bob's just like a great card. I love Bob. I'll top hit a challenge with what did I say? You can't make me laugh or I'm going to start coughing up a storm. Top 8 a challenge with one Bob. Show them who's the boss. I feel like you've done that as well. Let's take a look here. Is this a good example? This is 4-color shadow, top 8 of a challenge with Tails End and Fire Spout. So yeah, we're not going to talk about mine here. Death Letter came second in my LGS with Gen Shadow today. Lost in the finals to E-Tron. Couldn't get my Scourges online. I've got some gameplay of the Mana Traders qualifying matches yesterday against E-Tron. Had a pretty sweet game against them with a pretty fun line. If somebody reminds me after this match, I'll show that real quick. Alright, I think I'm going to keep this. This is like a decent survive and get Luris online kind of hand. Like, I don't have to be overly aggressive with my life total. So yeah, I'm just gonna wait for their second threat. They want to sit here and like spin wheels for a bit, they're welcome to. Was thinking about thought seizing. Decided not to. Could get down to Stormwing here, and that would be a little bit unfortunate, but the scribe to the bottom, random draw off opt. I think I'll just add Luris to my hand here. So they go to cast an opt. We'll see. Bolt. I assume they keep the bolt, since I just added Luris to my hand. Yep. So now we've got an answer to a Stormwing, which is really nice. I can Thought Seize away the bolt, get Luris down. Or if they go crazy and just like bolt me, I'll just play the Bloodstained Mire and hold up Trophy this turn. Dispel. Um, yeah, we'll just take the bolt. And we'll go ahead and lure us and get lure us down. Got Croaks in the deck, so second Blood Crypt's got a more of an advantage than the Overgrown Tomb does. Since you're locked in, are you playing both showcases? It's just gonna completely depend on how I feel. Like we've got Super Qualifier 3 days. That's on Sunday. And this one's Friday. Is that right? Like that's gonna start pretty late on Friday. But I would like to make at least one of them. So they can dart sack one of their 3 lands. Bedlam Reveler. Probably not the card you really want to draw right here. Why no upkeep bobble them? Because I didn't know if I was going to crack the bobble yet. I didn't want to just like fire off the bobble and then draw into a fetch land and end up not have wanting to crack it or not have wanted to crack it. But as soon as they show me that they're wanting to sack that or play the Manamorphose there, then I'm pretty okay with getting the bobble out of the way. Mm-hmm. Dispel Mutagenic Growth Bedlam Reveler. So I can Inquisition Bolts. Pretty much best line here. Take Mutagenic. Lightning Bolt you. The Bedlam Reveler Dispel. So now I have to wait for the Bedlam Reveler trigger to resolve to trophy it. See, so many bobble intricacies to learn on the stream. Mike likes teaching them. Like, I like Mishra's Bobble a lot. I think it's a really interesting card. And I will never claim that I play it perfectly. But I do think that it's got a lot more play than people give it credit for. Like, I really wanted him to not have a second land there. All right. We need to find a threat. So, them cracking Fiery Islet here is like 100% guarantee that they drew a land for turn. We need that Blood Chief, right? We really do. We'll take Shadow, take Tarmogoyf, Scourge. Not so much that one. So probably drew another land. Yep. No. Jules Valicat, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Wednesday so far. Oh, since somebody was asking about E-Tron earlier, let's find this one. It should have been... Not Tunneling Cat. Okay, these are the Mana Triggers events. Those... One of these... I want to say this one. Nope. Through the Breach. Pretty sure it was one we went to game 3 in. But there's a really fun line in here. Which is... Alright, so I would not bring in Kozilek's Return against E-Tron, so no, it wasn't that one. Could be it. Nope. No, where are you? I wouldn't be so bent on finding this if somebody hadn't have brought up E-Tron and I thought it was interesting. Nope. It's only like 4 options it could have been, right? Alright. So, immediately rewarded for bottoming that Croxa. My opponent staring me down with a Relic of Progenitus. Second land, super nice. Got Assassin's Trophy for like a Chalice of the Void. I've hand disrupted them, so I knew about the Blast Zone. Knew about this Thought Knot and everything. So, about to see the interesting part, and I'm curious what everybody else's line would have been. So, Trophy of the Blast Zone, because obviously I want to get Shadows down. I assume he's probably got a second Blast Zone he can get off this map, but can't do much about that. Just got to play to what I know. And at the moment, I know that he's got 1 Blast Zone in the graveyard. So, play out my double Shadow. cracks his expedition map, and lo and behold, does have a second blast zone. So this is where it gets interesting. He plays blast zone, chooses not to go for the Thought Knot Seer, which is right when I've got a Nurturing Peatland sitting here, and passes. What's the play from chat here? You know, he's got Thought Knot, Dismember, Unknown in hand. You've got your 2 shadows on board. You've got this Thought Seize. Tough spot. I'll attack. Thought Seize off Peatland. Attack, then pick up Luris. Attack, maybe he doesn't crack. So, the only downside of picking up Luris is, like, if I attack with both, or if I Thought Seize and say, take Dismember and pick up Luris, like, that's okay. No argument. But he's got Relic of Progenitus to deal with my shadows in the yard. He's got Thought Knot to deal with my Luris. And I'm just kind of like stone cold dead there because I don't get my Scourge online, right? Sees Thought Knot's here. Maybe. But then he blast zones my shadows and I got nothing going on. Sees Thought Knot, add Luris to my hand. But like Luris is covered by this relic. Scourge is covered by me not being able to lower his life total. So here's the play I come up with. We attack with 1 shadow. Because I've got the sneaking suspicion that if I don't attack with both shadows, he won't blow up this blast zone. Why? No idea. No good reasoning whatsoever for why I think that's the case. But attack with 1 shadow. And sure enough, this madman dismembers. And all of a sudden we go from horrible position to take away a Thought Knot, get out a Scourge, and opponent is feeling pretty dead pretty quickly. To draw a Karn for a bridge, we obviously whitelisted top deck the Inquisition, kill the Karn, put him down low, and now it's pretty trivial from here until the finish line. They draw Matter Reshaper. We say cool. They draw a second Karn, and like my thought is this: there's just no way they have a second bridge in hand. But yeah, the attacking with 1 shadow absolutely paid off. Jab, the last league ended 4-1. We lost our 5-0 in match 5 to Red Blue Prowess. Felt bad. You're the E-Tron player using Blast Zone anyway. Dismember makes no sense. I mean, I agree. But apparently opponent thought otherwise. Ben spots a Traverse. I was thinking about messing around with a Traverse Shadow list or Traverse Jund list. But hadn't made any decisions one way or another. We missed our 5-0 last league to Prowess in round 5. I can't remember